That'll be a 1-1 to Bernie Williams. Myers deals. Swung on and driven to deep left. It is high. It is far. And it's gone. Yankees win. Yankees win. Bernie Williams homers deep in the left field seat. And the Yankees beat the Orioles 5-4 to win Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. Burn, baby, burn. He did it again.
That was the great Bernie. What a postseason performer he was. That, of course, against Myers. That was the year the Yankees won their first championship. And remember, the Yankees lost Game 1 in Texas that year in the divisional series. Had to work hard to beat the Rangers and then beat the Orioles in the 5 games. They won all 3 games in Baltimore. Bernie, of course, the wonderful postseason player. Looked like a high slider, Bernie, outside. You pulled it. You were dangerous right-handed at the stadium. Looks like that what the pitch was from Myers on that weekday night. Give me thoughts. Go ahead.
Yeah,
let me hear.
high slider. I kind of like stayed up in the zone. I was just looking to get a good pitch to hit, try to get on base, and score a run. And I just happened to catch it in a good part of the bat, man. It just went out. I couldn't believe it. I don't remember running the bases, at that point. But it was a big-time home run for me, and kind of like catapulted us into the rest of the postseason. So I was very glad to have that moment.
Now, that was a Derek Jeter game with the Jeffrey Meyer out there in right field.
Right.
Let's not forget that tied the game up, and then Bernie hit the homer a little bit later on, and David Wells beat the Yankees in Game 2. You were a great hitter at both sides of the plate, but more power on the right side, Bernie. How about that? Give me some thoughts. You saw that right-handed home run there.
Well, my right side was my natural side. I started playing baseball and hitting from the right side. It wasn't until my second year in professional ball in the minors when I kind of learned how to switch hit. And I tell you what, that was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made because, left, right, it took me a long time in the minors to kind of like get, that left-handed swing going. But once I did, it kind of put me in the map. And they brought me up in 1991, and I guess the rest is history. It was a great decision, try to learn how to switch hit and hit from that left side.
And the Yankees ended up winning the World Series that year. Bernie hit a big home run against Greg Olson, was it? Or was it McMichael? McMichael, right? Down in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think it was McMichael.
In the 8th inning.
Big fork ball. Yeah, that was it. Man, you're bringing all these great memories out. This is awesome, man. Great way to make my morning.
Yeah, and then, of course, you were going to go to the Red Sox almost, and George had some hamburgers with you down in Tampa. After that postseason, you decided to sign long-term with the Yankees. How about that for a second?
Yeah,
before we do the long
was
issues.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
It was just a great decision. I think, it took us to have a conversation, kind of like post, trying to get the middleman out of the question. Once I found out that Cashman and my agent, Mr. Scott Boras, had an impasse, I was like, well, I still want to be a Yankee. What do I do? And Scott told me, well, just call George. And that's what I did. And the rest is history, man. They signed me for a long-term deal and gave me an opportunity to remain my whole career as a Yankee. And I'm very glad for that.
And Bernie won batting championship and one of the biggest clutch hitters you'd ever see. Did a great job. Yankees have played very well right now, Bern. And, with Soto and Judge in the middle of that order, I don't think the American League is a little down compared to what the National League is. I know the Yankees don't want to hear this, but they are going to be a big favorite in the American League postseason. You guys were not in 96. You were in 98, 99. And the Yankees are going to be, they're only plus 180 to get to the World Series. That's a very low odd to win all those playoff series, only be plus 180. So the Yankees are going to deal with the pressure of having the expectations to win a couple of rounds. That's not easy. Give us some thoughts on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that momentum and all that can turn around very quickly. I think they just need to remain healthy. I think they need to have that solid sort of part of the lineup, but they're protecting each other. They're getting some good at-bats, working the counts and trying to get the pitchers late in the game with a whole bunch of pitches so they can get into the bullpen. And I think it's anybody's game. They have proven that, they have the ability to get into that. They're, very close to clinch and all, getting an opportunity to have even the best record in the game, to have that home field advantage. That's going to be huge in Yankee Stadium. As we all know, those fans are amazing, and I give them a good chance to pull this off.
Oh, I think so, too. And Soto's going to enjoy Yankee Stadium as well. Once he sees Yankee Stadium in a postseason setting, it'd be hard to see him wanting to leave. And he's a free agent to be. Thoughts with Soto there long-term with the Yanks based on this postseason? What do you see?
I'm telling you, man, I saw Juan, at the beginning of, even before the beginning of the season, in spring training, and he looked like he was just ready. He was ready right back then. He knew the importance of the year. He knew how good he had to play. He had to prove. Every year you have to prove yourself, that you're worthy, of, whatever they're paying you. And I think this year he really wanted to make a point, to be, one of the most valuable players for a franchise. I think the Yankees are going to have, the work cut out for them, because there's going to be a lot of suitors, trying to get that talent in their team. So I hope he stays with the Yankees.
Well, if he has a good postseason, I don't know why you'd ever want to leave playing in New York. I mean, you didn't leave at the end of the day. You made sure you stayed. Bernie, folks, is an accomplished musician, guitarist, and just played the Lincoln Philharmonic. Let me hear about that. That's quite a debut for you. Fire away.
That was amazing. That was the New York Philharmonic with Gustavo Dudamel, and just having one shot to make it right. It was a completely different dynamic from a baseball field, but I enjoyed it, as much as I have enjoyed, my tenure in New York, whether it's music or sports. This city is just the best in the world to do that. So I'm looking forward to do more of that.
And you can. Bernie's played many spots with national anthems and what have you. And, of course, the lung issues, too. Your dad, to honor him, you've done this lung donation for a long time, lung disease. Give me here some thoughts on that for a sec, Bernie. Go ahead.
Interstitial lung disease, scarring of the lung tissue took my dad's life away in 2001. Tune into Lung Health, this initiative to raise awareness about interstitial lung disease. Tune into lunghealth.com. You get information about interstitial lung disease, breathing exercises, a playlist of music, and just a lot of information trying to educate the community in this devastating disease that took my dad's life away.
Yeah, so that's the scarring of the lungs, and we need to know more about it, so we learn there. Bernie, you're the best. We'll see you around the ballpark here these next 3 or 4 weeks. Always a pleasure to chat with you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me.